What's good, DJBooth.net? This is your boy DJ Blaze, and I'm kicking it in the lab to give you a full video review of the new DJ Tech X10 2-channel professional mixer with built-in audio interface. So here it is, the DJ Tech X10 2-channel 4-in 4-out Soundcard USB mixer, and this is the overall impressions and setup section of the review. And the overall impressions is build quality is very good. You have an all metal chassis here. All your faders feel nice and sturdy. You also have very hard knobs, plastic knobs here for your EQ, and all your sound knobs are all the same. All of the switches that you have here are all metal, and they're built with very good quality in mind. All your connections feel nice and tight and sturdy on the back. So overall, you have a very good mixer here in terms of build quality. When it comes to the setup is very simple. All you got to do is plug your inputs and outputs in on the back. We'll go into those a little bit detail in a second. And you can also have your USB connections here around the back as well. You have your USB hub connections, and you also have your USB to computer connection back there also, and that is used for your digital DJing and for use with other DJ software. It comes bundled with Decadence DJ software, and in order to set that up, all you got to do is plug the USB cable from here to your laptop or to your desktop, and you use the Decadence CD that comes with it, and you will load your drivers and your software, and you're ready to go. Okay, next up we have the inputs and outputs, and right around the back, we'll start from left to right. We have the AC or DC power adapter here, plugs down here. You have your on-off switch. There's a balanced 1/4 inch output here. There is a master and booth output RCAs. Then you have your 2 inputs per every line. Your input is either line level or another line or phono switchable level, and that's for both channels. You have ground posts for each channel, and there's also fader start channel 1 and fader start channel 2 mini cable imports here. You have your USB 1 and USB 2 hub here, so all of your extra USB devices that you want to plug into your computer, if you want to plug them into this, it makes it a little easier for you. You can plug keyboards in here. You can plug other devices like your Denon SC2000 controller or your X10. Everything can go right into here. You also have your computer USB output there. When we go around to the front, you have your headphone 1/4 inch or mini, either or, and you also have a XLR or 1/4 inch microphone input on front as well. Okay, next up we'll talk about the faders and knobs. Your fader controls here and here, they are the exact same faders that are here for your crossfader, that are here for your line faders, and these faders are alpha style faders. They feel very similar to what you find on the Tractor Control S4 or the Korg KM series mixers. A lot of the mixers out there come with a alpha fader, and here is no different. They're pretty smooth, but they all have a somewhat high cut-in distance of 2.5 millimeters, which for scratch DJs, you know, is going to be kind of long. So you want to have to do something about that if you're really trying to scratch, or you're just going to have to get used to it. It takes a little time to get used to, but just be warned that there is a 2.5 millimeter cut-in distance for both your line fader and your cross fader, since they're all the same type of faders. To go along with the faders though, you have a lot of different options and controls here. On the front, as you can see, there are a bunch of crossfader and line fader controls. So from left to right, what we have here is the channel 1 curve adjustment knob. So that way you can have a long fade to your channel fader or a shortcut type fade, and there's also one here on the right for your channel 2. In the middle here you have crossfader left side or crossfader right side, and you're allowed to adjust each one of those curve adjustments separately for each side of your crossfader, so that's pretty cool. But even at its sharpest cut setting, it was still that 2.5 millimeter of dead space before you heard the opposite deck. Also on here you have a crossfader reverse switch here, so you can reverse the sides of your fader here, and there's also a line reverse button that you can press here for your two lines to reverse. Along with the fader controls, you also have fader start controls. You'll have a crossfader start control, or you can also have a line fader start control, and you control that with the switches here on or off for fader start or for the line start on either deck or either side. Along with the faders, we have the knobs, and the knobs that we have here are the 3-band EQ. EQs are very good with a nice range. They're not full kill EQs, by the way, but they are negative 25 dB, so you get a decent range in there. You have the gain knobs here. You have your master and your booth control knobs here separate. And there's also a mic section here. You can turn your mic on. You can talk over to lower the levels of everything else so you can hear the mic clearly. There's a low and a high EQ for your mic level control knob. And there is a pan left to right knob here. And there's also a Q section here. For your Q section, when you press on your Q button here, when it's lit up, that will mean that you're in your Q section with either line 1, line 2. And in order to listen to the Q or the master, this is like your fader here to determine whether you're going to listen to what you are cueing or what your master is here. And here is the volume level control knob for your Q, and there's also a split Q function, meaning that you can have what's playing in your master in one of your headphone cups while your other headphone cup will play what is in the Q section. Also, along with this, we also have the different selector switch knobs here to determine which of the inputs you're using on the back. You can either set it to the first input, the second input, or you can set it to PC. Now, when you have this set to PC, you'll be able to use this mixer for time code playback or for just regular playback, depending on what you need it for or what you have it set up for. So you can set it up to play your time code with your digital vinyl software, and once you've done that, you can use these to play with your external deck digital time code. You also have here your LEDs, and your LEDs will show you either the master or the channel 1, channel 2 levels of your sound. Okay, for USB and computer mixing, this mixer has a lot of USB connections and an internal 4-input, 4-output sound card that can be used with almost any digital DJ software right out of the box. It cannot be used with Traktor or Serato with digital vinyl software, meaning you'll have two external decks and they'll either have a vinyl time code on it or they will have a CD time code track. On those decks, you will be able to then manipulate the sound using these decks within your software. That's what the digital vinyl software allows you to do. And this can work with Mix Vibes, Virtual DJ, Decadence, and a lot of other DJ software out there, but it will not work with Traktor or Serato for that purpose. You can still use this mixer with Traktor and Serato by just external mix mode, where you're still mixing the sound that is coming from your software through this mixer here, but you will not be able to manipulate it with a digital vinyl solution. You have to buy a Traktor certified or Serato certified sound card in order to do that. Well, to go along with that, we did use the DJ Tech X10 with the virtual DJ time code, and I must say it was spot on. Everything worked perfectly. I didn't have any latency issues, any delays, or anything of that nature. It just worked nicely, and this is a great solution for the DJs out there who don't want to buy a mixer and another external sound card in order to play digital vinyl software. There's also two additional USB ports on the back, as we discussed earlier, in order for you to plug in other devices such as the Denon SC2000 or your Traktor Control X1 or any other type of USB device such as keyboards, mouse, whatever you guys need it for. Well, in conclusion, the DJ Tech X10 2-channel USB professional DJ mixer with an internal 4-input and 4-output sound card is a nice compact mixer with all the necessary features needed to let DJs get right into digital mixing. Just like with the DJ M303 mixer, the X10 also feels like a professional quality mixer, and there's a nice basic feature set that all DJs can appreciate. The DJ Tech X10 is built with a completely solid metal construction, meaning it can take a beating and is great for travel. The X10 can also work as a standalone mixer, a USB sound card, and a USB hub, or with a combination of both with just a switch of your channel select button up here. The crossfader and the line faders are all the same alpha faders, which work pretty smoothly. All the faders have curve adjustments and reverse buttons as well. The X10 mixer comes bundled with Decadence, so DJs can use the mixer in external mixing mode right out of the box just to mix their digital DJ files. The DJ10 X10 has a full 4 input and 4 output USB sound card that can work with almost any digital vinyl timecode system except Traktor and Serato for external deck playback. The sound quality on the DJ Tech X10 was also pretty good, with a decent 3-band EQ for each channel. There's only 2 minor gripes that I could find with the DJ Tech X10 after about a week and a half of use. The first one was that the crossfader and the line faders have a rather long cut-in distance of about 2.5 millimeters, and it takes a little time getting used to. If you're one of those scratch DJs out there and you like to scratch a lot, you may find it a little bit of an annoyance at times, but it exists within the faders. And also the second gripe is that even though there's an internal 4 input 4 output sound card, you can use it for digital vinyl playback, but you cannot use it with Traktor and Serato. So I found that as a negative because, you know, a lot of DJs out there do like those 2 software setups, and those DJs will still have to buy another sound card in order to make this work with their digital vinyl software. The DJ Tech X10 mixer is a nice compact mixer, and it's a built-in sound card, and it's capable of, you know, vinyl playback. There are lots of inputs and outputs, and they work with a variety of setups, and it's built to last. You know, the mixer cost is about $400 at retail, but considering the costs of other mixers out there with a built-in sound card capable of DVS playback, this is pretty much a real steal. The DJ Tech X10 mixer is recommended for DJs who want to use digital DJ software with an external mixer, or for those who don't want to purchase a separate mixer with a separate sound card for DVS playback. The X10 is also recommended for beginner DJs or for those who don't need a bunch of advanced features built into their mixer. So that has been the DJ Tech X10 review. Thanks for watching. If you want more reviews, news, and DJ equipment blog updates, you can check us out at www.djbooth.net/DJS for DJs. You can also follow us on Twitter at DJBlaze_DJ Booth, and you can also check out the YouTube channel, which is Real DJ Blaze as the username.